Hi, happy Wednesday. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're chatting about, are you celebrating? That's the title I chose for today. We're into the first week of February, and maybe you had some things you started in January. Maybe this is the year that you want to change things for yourself. You want to feel healthier. You want to feel stronger, more mobile. You want to calm your mind. You want to have more of a vibrant lifestyle. Whatever it was, whether that was a goal, whether that was a resolution. I'm not a resolution person whatsoever, but however that looked for you. Where are you now? And are you celebrating? Or are you criticizing? It's really so important. Are you celebrating what you've done over the last month? Any changes that you've made? Or are you criticizing yourself for not doing enough, for not being enough, for not being disciplined enough, for not being motivated enough? Why am I saying this? Because we're women and even men as well, right? And we know how to criticize ourselves really well. But are we taking that time to celebrate? And did we set ourselves up for success? Okay, that's a big question. Did we set ourselves up for success? Okay, so did we decide that this was going to be the year we were going to feel healthier? And so now for 6 days out of the week, we're going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we are going to work out or meditate or do whatever. Okay. And then all of a sudden, we're back to our same habits. And we're not getting up at 6, and now we're criticizing ourselves. Change is hard. The world is changing right now. There's a lot going on. Change is uncomfortable. And we know that the brain doesn't want us to feel uncomfortable. And uncomfortable is different. That definition of uncomfortable is different for everyone. But when you set yourself up for success and you celebrate your wins, you start really small. Okay, so instead of 6 days a week, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock 2 days a week. And I'm going to spend 10, 15, whatever minutes doing what it was I wanted to do 2 days a week. And when I've got that solid, okay, for 3 weeks or whatever, then I'm going to add one more day. And maybe my goal by the end of the year is to be doing this 4 days a week, consistently. And every time I get out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just using this for an example, okay, and show up for myself, I'm going to celebrate that. And I'm going to treat myself with love and compassion, and I'm going to celebrate that I showed up for myself. And I'm going to be content with 2 times a week because I know that I am teaching my brain, okay, I'm bringing in another habit. I'm creating change. It's okay to be uncomfortable. I'm doing it. Look at me go. Way to go, girl. Right? So instead of criticizing, we're celebrating. When getting up and doing this 2 days a week feels good. It's not uncomfortable. It's not a huge effort. Add in the third. It doesn't have anything really to do with your motivation or your discipline. It has everything to do with setting up a system, changing a habit, okay, and introducing something new and letting the brain and the body adjust to the change. We can't force things and take on too much at once, because everything else in the world, okay, there's lots going on. There's all these other outside things affecting us. And so when we treat ourselves with self-compassion, we are celebrating what we're doing for ourselves. And whether that's 5 minutes or 20 minutes, remember, that's just a judgment. Celebrate that you're showing up. Don't judge the time. We are all where we're meant to be in this very moment. Okay? Once consistency comes, then add time. You know, an example of that is a walking program, right? We're going to do that for 10 or 15 minutes. Well, let's do that for 10 or 15 minutes. Don't get wrapped up in speed. Don't get wrapped up in any of those other variables. There's lots of time for that. If you're showing up, you're getting up at 6 in the morning twice a week, and you do that consistently for 6 weeks, wow, that is huge. Celebrate, dance that out, have a dance party, whatever, but take that time to really celebrate every single time you show up and reinforce that positive pattern in the brain. The more we show up for ourselves, the better we get at it. But we have to start somewhere. And we have to be compassionate with ourselves. We aren't robots, okay? We aren't super women. We're humans in this human experience, trying to get ourselves healthier and to feel better on a daily basis. Self-compassion is one of those things that helps us feel better. Reduces stress, reduces anxiety, okay, and really helps us manage. So don't be hard on yourself. Let go of that self-criticism. You are doing it. You are enough. And just keep going. Consistency is the key. And you'll know when your body, your mind, your spirit is ready to add another one. And that's when your first change feels effortless now. You're not uncomfortable. Then add something else. That sets you up for success and gets you where you want to go. Has nothing to do with your motivation. Has nothing to do with your self-discipline. Smile, pat yourself on the back. You're doing it. And have some self-compassion. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope that resonated for you. And if it did, hit subscribe, right? And join us weekly for Wellness Wednesday. And I want to thank you so much. Lots of love to you.